Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we're playing some more Disco Elysium. Now last time we had an actually pretty good conversation with Kuno. I think we started to understand what his whole deal is. We did more exploration, finding the bookstore, finally acquiring a map, and we ended off with having to go back to the Whirling in Rags. We need a place to stay for the night, but someone reminded me in the comments with our volumetric shit compressor thought, we can actually re-examine the body. We have another shot. So I'm gonna give it a try before we go to bed.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Ugh.
Emitting it is all it does now.
Alright, so let's try this, hopefully one last time. Oh, wow. Wow, that added a big bonus to the check. So I did the check a couple of times. They said, you know what, take this bonus. Hopefully you'll get it done. Alright, let's do this.
As you breathe in,
Yes!
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Alright, let's step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Oh, interesting. That's a cargo belt. That's a little bit of a hint, I suspect. Guys, this is a big W. I feel like we've been trying throughout day one to inspect this damn body. We finally made it happen. I feel this is quite a milestone. So let's get started. Let's inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Yeah, they are kind of some strange boots now that I get a look at them.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Alright, nerd. Who am I to talk? What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Bro's wearing power armor. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals? Yeah, he's, except underwear, he's entirely naked apart from those boots.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
Right, and that may partially be my fault. Maybe if I'd actually tried to do my job a couple days ago, some of that armor may still be here.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
That's funny. No, I doubt it. He probably had more armor. Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Great, we get to talk to Kuno again. The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
Draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
So yeah, this is very different from American cops, who are militarized to the teeth. Alright, Kim, so how much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Wow. What's that in real?
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wow, tough. 4 years of wages? God, wow, this is expensive stuff. How did he get this armor? Well, I don't know if I want to insinuate to Kim that I'm gonna sell the boots or something. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
Yeah, sounds pretty puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
I mean, I'm making 5,500 real a year, unadjusted for rank, so maybe a bit more. And our bill at the hostel was like more than 100 real. Yeah, we blew a lot of our money. we cannot afford those kind of expenses. This is what I was wondering. How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the
Right.
hardware company. But that's just hearsay.
Yeah, so maybe, he had some money behind him, but these do look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Interesting. The mystery continues to unfold. I mean, look, we've got a lot of political and labor drama happening right now, so I feel there's more here. Let's knock on the boot, I guess.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Wow, this is some sci-fi stuff.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates, where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Wow. We can run our fingers over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination: E50, 100, 1000.
Hey, I'm glad I decided to look. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Wow, guys, it feels like we're a real detective. Though, you know what, Kim? We should probably call your station. I don't know if mine's gonna be much help. Pull the boot off. I don't know if this is wise. I guess I'll try it.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab it.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Right, he's tied to a tree.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh. Right. That'd be even worse. This is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Yeah, okay.
Do it, homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I say. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't.
Alright, I won't.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Okay, I should try not to say something even more stupid. Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boot. That's pretty stupid, but...
How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides,
God damn it.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Ooh, a little clandestine plan. Alright, I'll accept this. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do it. Let me be clear. But I'm interested in at least having it, potentially.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. but we must pick our fights.
Yeah,
Should we continue?
Kim, why should they have the boots if we could have them? Alright, let's back off.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Alright, let's look at the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know how, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple of clues already, but it's clear that the harbor has something to do with this. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the labor dispute happening right now, right? A security guard, potentially. I don't think we have that confirmed, but probably a security guard from the company is lynched. Using, an industrial belt, right? There's a lot here. We've had a couple of clues. So, but the interesting part is what Kim says here, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. This is true. It does seem pretty obvious, like they haven't tried to cover it up. I mean, the fact that he was hanged right out here in this open place and left there, right? This is a very public execution, essentially. Well, I guess we don't know what went down, but that's what it appears like to me. This has been done very openly, very publicly, so it makes you wonder why exactly. There's a lot we don't know, but there's some assumptions that can be made. We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
I mean, based on what we have right now, I think you're probably right.
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
God damn it. Alright. Well, you know what, Kim? That makes sense to me, but I feel like it was something else.
Yes. It often is. This bell worries me.
Alright, fair enough. So maybe there's something else going on. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Right. This is going to be a big problem, because we can't cut him down, and I don't think we can make our way up the ladder. I can't remember if I've tried, but I think there's a whole host of problems with just cutting the branch down as well. Damage to the body, for example, though not that it's in a great state after being left out here for a week. I think it might be difficult to get him down. How'd they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Yeah.
I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch.
Yep.
Then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
I agree. Okay. That's
The
the
cadaver
belt.
hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Wow, guys, this is like some real detective work. We're really doing it. Let's look at the tattoos, I guess.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Web of blue lines, right shoulder to solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star. So is it like a constellation of some sort?
His corpse is marked by stars.
Uh-huh. What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Damn. I think it might... Well, it sounds like constellations. Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Interesting. Well, you know, tattoos can be a pretty personal thing, so I think it's sometimes difficult to get the meaning just from looking at them. So maybe there's some other deeper meaning and just an additional meaning. I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Whoa. Like the sound effects.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Ooh. I'm enjoying getting a sense of what level of technological development we have here. Cameras, firearms, automobiles, but none... Well, I don't know about the camera, but especially the cars seem to be in quite a different form than we would recognize. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a sort of particular take on this sort of technological development. What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Cool.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Ain't never seen a camera, kids?
An instant color camera.
Ooh, fancy. Produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place. On the side of the apparatus, a thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash,
Whoa.
followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Man, the art in this game is and the artistry of the entire game is incredible. And by that, I mean both the visual art, but auditory, the writing, everything. But wow, look at that. That's an evocative photograph, if I do say so myself. Interesting. Huh.
In case we need it.
Shakes the paper. Huh. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
I think so. What do we need the photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Very insightful. Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
I won't lose it. Well, I might. I'll try not to.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Alright, let's look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets.
Ugh.
There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Whoa.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
What? I can't, some of the, what kinds of skills are these? Are psyche skills. They're very weird. And sometimes I don't know if they're onto something or not. He was experiencing joy at the time of death? This man enjoyed the moment of death.
Why do you think so?
Frankly, just intuition.
Okay.
Well, hey, Kim wrote something down.
I am less skeptic about this hunch, he thinks, than I was of the supernatural premonitions that overtook you at the trash container. He then covers his nose.
Yeah, I figured Kim would respect me saying intuition more than supernatural premonition, right? Because at least intuition, he's sort of a beat cop. He can kind of get that. He's definitely not about the supernatural, which I get. Alright, let's try this. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh, wow. Where have you gone? We're talking to him.
Into the wild pale yonder.
This sounds like, one of the voices that our ancient reptilian brain or something? Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
That could very well be true.
Go ahead, Kobo.
Kobo? What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
What the hell? I don't know if I like my imagination.
Yeah, man!
Oh,
Don't be
no.
crazy!
Oh,
Inanimate
no.
objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Guys, we're going bonkers. We are talking to inanimate objects and dead people. This is not good for my mental state.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie.
Uh-huh.
Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Gimme.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
That's another confirmation. I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
I believe I am. This is... Like I said, there's a couple times we've had the hint that our name is Harry. I think it's like essentially... Well, essentially confirmed is what I was going to say. Unless our brain is really messing with us. Oh, I don't like this. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Okay. Comforting. Why are you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
Hey, yo. Were you were feeling sexual arousal when they hanged you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yes?
Captain Copperdromo. I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
That didn't really clear anything up. Alright, this is a little rude, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I want to clear out all the dialogue options. It's hard not to. Hard not to want to. I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Hey!
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
I thought he meant me. A baby affected with harlequinism?
You sure got out of that one. Coppellini.
Yeah, my encyclopedia skill helped me escape. The targeted insult set my way. Alright, enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
What the hell? I will say that sometimes the narration is a little different from the text. In this case, it was significantly different. I mean, sort of a similar meaning, but the words were quite different. Squint and take a step back. Get a wider view, maybe.
As you narrow your eyes, The monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Gross.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Stop. Relax your eyes.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I thought it might give me something. I want that dialogue option with Kim.
As you narrow your eye, only the lower extremities are...
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
No wonder we threw up like 3 separate times trying to examine this body.
So, what do you think?
I don't know if any of these are too insightful. Something is coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
I mean, this is a realistic look at a dead body, you know? Especially if not taken care of, they can be nasty.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Wow, really getting into it, eh, Kim?
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Again. Oh, wait. No shot. No shot. No shot. Okay, guys. No, I'm not saying that. I can't. I'm not saying that. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Guys, let me clarify. I would not say that sentence in real life. But Harry here, he's saying it.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big Teddy's a...
I shouldn't have said that.
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Guys, I'm sorry. My impulses, they made me. I can't help myself. I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Okay.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Wow. This Buster's not coming back.
No siree.
I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
I mean, seems like a lynching. I might as well ask, could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Oh.
The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Okay, so this is from the rocks they've been chucking. That's actually problematic. It's gonna make it harder to, like, take a closer look and assess what injuries are from prior to death and afterwards, though. Maybe a skilled coroner could work that out.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I mean, true.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I think I've gotten everything.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Of course. You have come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
This is the dialogue we got earlier, but with the correct text. I was just checking we'd gone through, and yeah, I think our preliminary examination's done. Let's get them down, I guess?
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. The broad chain cutters, they don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Right. We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
It seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. That seems like a possibility. Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
You have a point there.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands.
Well, I mean, maybe not the exact same thing we are. We're quite a unique pair.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we could shoot him down? That's a horrible idea.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
Guys, these kids are a bad influence.
How?
Will the bullet break it? Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it.
It absolutely will not, Professor. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
That's such a bad idea. What's the worst thing that could happen? We could shoot the body. You know what? Let's let Kim choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket
Oh no.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel,
Oh
separates
no.
the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Okay, guys, this was my idea, but if this goes wrong, it's on Kim for allowing it.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
I can't believe we convinced him to do that. That was such a bad idea.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do not console him.
Oh, okay.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
It's not on Kim, though. It was a horrible idea. It was not gonna work, even if he hit the belt.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Hey, yo. I'm wearing glasses. What's going on? Let's just move on then. What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I don't like the sound of that. There's no shot I'm asking for that gun. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, but do I have other options?
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
I don't think I have any other options at this point. I'm not gonna not take him down. I'm not gonna shoot him down. So, I think we're gonna have to ask for help from the harbor. Which, I agree, that's not good. You know, we think that they're responsible. Now we're gonna ask them to get the body down. But, if we're not gonna... I still think I would try climbing up the tree and sawing the branch off, honestly. I would give that a shot. But if we're not going to do that, then I think we're probably going to have to get assistance. So let's ask for help from the harbor.
Okay. They do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
They can get him down too.
Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way.
What else? How do we get inside the harbor?
From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Right. Alright, we're gonna have to get into that harbor. Let's get to it then. But not right now. I think I've really got to go to bed now. Let me check. Ooh, we got a couple of quests. Find the armor. I'll have to ask Kuno about that. Do that tomorrow. Okay. We've got a couple of things to do. And we picked up the photograph. Oh, I can interact with it.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man.
This is the same thing.
It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Can we do further examination? Can I talk to him here?
Gone.
No. What's the meaning?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Damn.
Someone close to the victim might know.
Well, sure.
Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Really? Okay, that actually is a little helpful. Interesting. And we got 2 skill points, baby. We've got a couple of things we need to do. Where the hell are my skill checks? I'm going back to that bookstore, and I'm getting through that warded door. Anyway, whatever. We have a lot to do. Let's, for now, go back. You know, it's almost midnight. I think it's time to, well, get some sleep, but I have to try and pay off my debt somehow. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. Maybe we can convince Gart with our endless charm. Hey, Gart.
Can I help you?
About that money I owe?
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Well, let's let Kim speak. You know, I mean, all I've done this game is embarrass myself, so I'll let Kim speak up.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Well, Kim's using his authority.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
Hey man, I've turned a new leaf.
He shrinks back a bit under the lieutenant's severe gaze.
Yeah.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
I'm not making the money, Gart. I need to get my paycheck now.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Okay.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
What the hell is this?
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Man, shut up, Gart. I mean, I get it. Look, I've been a terrible customer. I trashed the room. I've been a raging alcoholic bothering everybody. I get it. You know, I'm not blind to that. But, Gart, you can be a real prick, my man. Alright, out by the car?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Oh?
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Well, Kim's professional.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat.
Oh.
Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
You confiscated them and you kept them. What are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Cool.
A vanity he wouldn't mind.
Oh, man. What do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
You know what, Kim? I mean, look, this is a very different world than ours. You know, maybe this is some kind of corruption, but we are not getting paid very well. We don't have that much authority, so you know what? I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
I get it. Did you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them.
He wants
It doesn't
some.
matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cup with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yeah, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
Man, I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
Guys, Kim is really putting himself out there for us. I'm feeling bad.
But thank you.
He's too good for us. I think I gotta take the spin. I know where the pawn shop is. I think I gotta take the spinners. Guys, I know I went hobo cop, but I'd really like to have a place to stay tonight. So I'm gonna... Thanks, Kim. I really do appreciate the help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Damn. Holy! Wow, these are pricey. Holy, that's a lot of money. I mean, we learned how much we're getting paid. Roughly how much. This is, that's a good chunk of change. Though, like I said, we wasted a good chunk of change on destroying our hotel room and drinking a whole lot. Was this the... Yeah, it was. God, Kim, like I said, he's too good for us, you know what I mean? We're really muddling along here.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hey, Roy. There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
God damn.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Yeah.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill.
Wow.
Do not waste it.
We won't. Kim, we're gonna go and give it to Gart.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Well, I don't want to sell it. No.
Another time, perhaps.
Guys, I'm trying my best not to be a total disaster with Kim here. Holy. Guys, I'm feeling rich. I am feeling rich right now. I love that we've got, you know, like 135 bucks in our pocket. A little less. And 5 of those dollars, real, are mine. We were so broke. And we still will be after we pay back Gart. That damn snake. Hey, Gart.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I've got your money.
Yes. Have you got it?
Yes, I do.
Well,
I don't want to say I hope you choke on it. That's a little much. Just take the money.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
How much is that?
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
Typical.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay, that's a little steep. I think if we can get a bag and start collecting bottles, we can get there. I still need to find a bag, though.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Shut up. Shut up, guard. Alright. Alright, we need 20 real every day. Join him in the balcony. So do I just head up, or...?
Yes.
Alright. I guess we head upstairs. Get our daily debrief. Do I head out? Or how does this work, Kim?
Yes?
Oh. Maybe I should just go to bed and it'll trigger.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night.
Just a moment. You had some questions,
Yeah.
I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Great. Guys, I just love our conversation time with Kim. Let's do it.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation.
Cigarette.
First and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM.
Kim, frankly, I've got a lot of questions. I have many questions that need answered. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Okay, look. Our character is not picking up smoking. I'll say again, because he probably already was smoking. We're turning over a new leaf. But I won't deny that Kim looks devastatingly cool. Kim, how did you get so cool?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Okay, look, it's not cool inherently, but you look pretty cool.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Not asking him for a cigarette, bro.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
I don't even know if I want to ask this question. So, how do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
Okay, well, I'm glad I did that before we went to bed. Thank you, whoever reminded me in the comments.
I would say our initial inspection was very thorough.
Okay.
And we have solid leads to follow up.
That's not too bad.
The body is still hanging from that tree,
right.
which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
Don't worry, Kim. I'll be in much better shape tomorrow.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews,
I love Kim, you know, he's like, he supports us, but he does occasionally let us know, like, I need more from you, man. Like, I need you to step it up, which is good for us, I think.
we weren't able to find the union leader, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we have more exploration to do sort of broadly, but particularly in regards to the Union. We could not get past Measurehead. We were physically dominated. Not mentally, I will say. I will not subscribe to his racist theory. But yeah, we totally were blocked. So we need to try and find some way around that. Maybe we'll try that secret way through again.
We didn't talk to the Wildlands rep. We really must do that tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
It's part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
Oh, that's funny. A man of your age and in those heels.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green.
Thank
Goes
you.
with the orange.
Thank you. Kim appreciates our style. This is a good question. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. 1,000? Why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
Interesting. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station.
It could be an easy power to abuse, and you know, I'm always suspicious of the police, but I will say in this context, does seem like we're a pretty disempowered police force generally. That's the impression I'm getting.
Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Oh, interesting. How can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing where when people hear this or something like this, they're kind of like, what? Why would anyone ever go to prison? And it's like, sure, if you've got like a career criminal, I imagine that's the exception where Kim says we arrest people. Preferable to serve a state. So they arrest some people and bring them in. I imagine that is someone like a career criminal. But most people who get brought up on sort of one infraction, like, you know, think about it. Are they going to show up and pay the fine or whatever? Or are they going to risk broader consequences, becoming a fugitive by not showing up? Right? You know, most people are going to go to the court date, essentially.
When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception.
It can be. I see. And if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Let's hope we internalize that admonishment. It's not a power to be used lightly. What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and
Right.
send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Interesting. Right, because we live in a territory essentially governed by a sort of international coalition. So we arrest, and then for the court system, we send them to coalition government courts, and they do the trying and convicting and presumably sentencing. Interesting. Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
You know, sorry already, Kim.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
True. Yeah, that's how you'd want it to be. And who makes all these rules? Good question.
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Right. Okay.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Oh. That is interesting. I don't know how much difference it makes. in this moment, right? It seems like we're in the same situation either way. But it does sort of change the sort of founding mythos of the RCM. Is it a police force established by essentially a foreign occupier? That has got a bad ring to it. Or is it a citizens' militia founded and then allowed to exist by the coalition government? Those are two very different vibes. I mean, to be honest, well, I don't know. But I feel like it's probably more likely that it was the coalition government. That'd be a guess until we have more information.
It's probably more honest, yes. Either way, the Morlinton leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Oh, great question. The Morlinton was mentioned, but I was thinking, we've heard about the coalition and coalition government. I don't know if we've heard of the Morlinton before. Maybe we have, but I'm not quite sure what that is. So the Morlinton, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I don't. I really don't, Kim. If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects.
Oh.
They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Oh, interesting. So this is sort of not a UN, but maybe like a UN type, international organization or international governing body that runs a lot of projects like a coalition government. This is, kind of thinking about it, this is sort of like if we had an authority that was higher than the UN. I mean, I know the UN, its actual authority isn't really that much, it's enforcement. But, this is like a union of center-left and center-right parties that runs projects like a coalition government. Oh, this is interesting. A political union, intergovernmental organization. Interesting. So we're talking about maybe a UN, maybe an EU type of deal, something like that. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. And it's a centrist union. Center-left and center-right parties. Huh. Okay, so what do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
I will say, this game does it really immerses you in this very real-feeling world, and it does a good job making it truly feel like you've just dropped into a world, right? Which is, our character has lost his memory. You really feel like it, though, because in a game with lesser writing, you'd say, what do they believe in? And Kim would go into a checklist. But think about the real world. That's like not how we talk about things, right? Instead, we say, what do they believe in? And Kim says, he's like, what do you mean? They're DeLoreans. They're continuing the project of Dolores Day, right? That's the kind of explanation you'd give in the real world. You explain things by referencing other concepts, other people, other ideologies. So I really love that they've done it this way. I will say it makes it more difficult to understand exactly what's going on, because I have no idea what a DeLorean is or what the humanist project of Dolores Day was, but it makes you feel very immersed. Others say they're just technocrats. And they're a coalition of centrist parties. So it seems like a sort of centrist, maybe sort of neoliberal type of technocracy. I mean, much like many of our governing bodies today. Maybe I'm wrong. That's sort of the impression I'm getting. But, we are lacking a lot of information. What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Love, compassion, self-discipline. Yeah, that's an interesting trio.
Something kind and usual.
Right.
Something ominous.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's sort of this is the on the surface reading of it. Love, compassion, self-discipline. And then I guess this is maybe digging a little deeper under the surface. So who was Dolores Day?
The historic figure? The author of the modern age?
Okay.
You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Once again, it's almost like if you ask someone IRL about a political figure, a lot of people would tell you, look, I'm not going to get into this. Go somewhere else for political opinions. And you're like, no, I just want a basic description. But of course, and I think this is one of the things it's getting at, you know, any basic description, especially of something political, is going to be infused with bias and the perspective of the person who's telling you. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you are not going to get an objective response. In fact, I think an objective response probably isn't really possible. Everyone's got their own particular perspective. So I really like this. So what do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Very pragmatic, Kim.
It is more than that.
Ooh.
There's some kind of affection in him.
Interesting. You like the moral intern.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
I mean, the fact they call themselves moralists, you know, that gives a particular meaning as well. Wow, Kim, you were political back in the day. You were a dyed-in-the-wool moralist. But sounds like you've detached a little bit since then.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
Ah.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I apparently have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Frankly, I'd like to have more information, but let me see. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. This is like the status quo perspective. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We're stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting bourgeois rights. I mean, I'm gonna say this, you know, guys, we're supposed to be a communist. Mutters silently, immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men turning into women. Okay, yeah, this is your conservative response. I will say, this game represents all the different political perspectives. And you can have the stupid perspective if you so choose. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. No, I mean, guys, come on. Come on, we internalize that thought. We are the next Krasmazov. Kim, we are bourgeois stooges.
No, we are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of Revachol. That's the hand we were dealt. Without the MI, we would be common vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Yeah, guys, look, our character here, Harry, he is, he's a communist revolutionary, but, he's also pragmatic, okay? We are not going to let our ideals get in the way of this investigation, okay? So Kim's right, you know, we have our political perspectives, but we got to try and do our job. And the fact that we're essentially considered vigilantes, don't think is going to help us. It's going to make things difficult. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
Once again, this is a very beautiful game.
This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
Kim's little soldier.
They really
sounded
don't
weird.
like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno.
For real.
It's different in land. in Jamrock in the GRIH.
I mean, let me tell you, Kim, I had a little chat with Kuno, and Kuno S, she's the real problem. Kuno, he's got his flaws, but I think he could come around. Kuno S, I'm not so sure. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts.
Right, yeah. I mean, look, as a dyed-in-the-wool Mazovian, I of course love unions, but I have to say, it does seem like the union, and once again, I need more information, it does seem like they have quite an outsized influence on the politics and governance of this area, and that in some ways they're acting more like a mafia than a sort of traditional union, which, I mean, there are cases of that in the real world. But, yeah, I don't know. Once again, I'm here to do my job, okay? I may be ideological, but we need to solve this damn murder, and it looks a lot like the union had something to do with it. Jurisdiction of our 2 precincts, and in Jamrock and the GRIH.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I guess it depends on what you mean by work.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back.
I love these little sort of random anecdotes we get from different places around the city. Once again, really gives you a sense of place and setting.
Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I mean, this is a bad situation, but there's no point being hopeless, right? I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Oh. I don't think you guys can see my notifications, or my achievements. I just got goodest of the good cops to get Kim to truly trust you. That feels good. I mean, that's a good achievement to get, let me tell you. And yeah, I'm not counting on any drastic change, Kim. That's generally not how things work, but let's try and do our parts, you know what I mean? Let's give it a shot. Alright, well, thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Oh my god, we've got a 3rd skill point. Guys, tomorrow, we're gonna be dominating around town with all these skill points we have. He says, with no hint of irony. Alright, time for bed. Alright, nighty-night, Kim. Bye. I guess this is our bed. Or... yeah, wow. What a mess. Great, let's go to sleep.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Jesus. I mean, look, hey, we trashed the room. Now we gotta live in it.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
I mean, it's just about to hit midnight, so let's go to sleep.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep.
Well,
and then sleep doesn't come.
What? But I want to sleep.
Obviously, You're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Guys, this is me in real life, lying in bed, eyes closed. Like, I want to sleep. Come on now, make it happen. Why is it not happening?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Let's check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Alright, how about the blanket?
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors.
Great.
You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Okay. I mean, look, we're also probably recovering from the hangover of a lifetime. And, in fact, probably more than just alcohol. I imagine a whole collection of drugs. So, I don't know if our sleep schedule is going to be great. Now, let's roll over.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Alright, let's go to sleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
A dream? Whoa. Hello. Oh, I'm in control. God, the music is so good. What is going on? Oh, okay, well that's not very nice.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Alright, I fully accepted that our name is Harry. I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry.
Okay.
You don't remember shit.
Okay.
Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said, who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs?
Hey, yo.
Between her legs and in her mouth?
I was definitely left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Okay, man. You know, this is not great for my ego. Or I should say Harry's ego, which is already pretty low. Although, we're a weird mix of just doing whatever the hell you want and extremely down on your luck, feeling sorry for yourself. But I don't know if this is good for my psyche.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Oh! Okay, what is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere.
Whoa.
Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
There's gotta be more to this. What is Elysium is in the damn title. Disco Elysium. Now, sort of abstractly, I know both what the word disco and what the word Elysium mean. But in the context of this game, there's gotta be more to this.
You really dropped the ball, Harry.
Yeah, okay.
4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you.
Hey, we're bringing disco back.
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
See, I mentioned this earlier when we were talking to the other corpse. It was our ancient reptilian brain.
Stinky boy.
There's our limbic system. I can come back from this, he said with low confidence.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Okay, this is bad for my psyche. Look, I'm trying to solve this case. I really am.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
God.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Dude, the shit factory is my life. Wow, what a horrible night's sleep. Jesus Christ. I mean, like I said, I think we were coming down off, like they said, a new type of hangover. Oh, God, he doesn't even want to get up.
Good going, buddy.
Is that how it's gonna be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
Your volition, you always have my back. I'm not doing it. Okay? I'm going straight edge. No, I mean, look, our character has an issue with drugs and alcohol. He needs them out of his life, frankly. I don't know if Harry can manage any sort of moderation. I can take this. I'm not gonna go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
I wonder if we're gonna get any actual consequences for, not taking any drugs or alcohol, having to go through recovery, essentially. That'd be pretty cool. Though, once again, I think this is a good choice, personally, for Harry. He's not been doing well. So you know what? I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead, hopefully.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shellman. See how you do without your spark.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Alright, guys. And this is where we're going to end this episode. A bit of a dour note to end it on. And frankly, I thought we had kind of a positive episode in terms of progress. We managed to examine the body. This is something we've been trying to do for essentially every episode we've had. We finally managed to do it. We still haven't succeeded in getting the body down, but we did manage to get a look at it. we managed to pay for our room, right? We paid off our debt to the Whirling and Rags, and we got a room for a night. So that's good. We did have to, unfortunately, sell Kim's hubcaps, which he clearly didn't want to do. But we did it. We had a pretty good conversation with Kim. And then we ended off with that horrific dream and a craving for drugs. So, not a fantastic end. But overall, a good episode. We made some significant progress. We've still got, we've got so much to do. Even on sort of the basic level, right? Just some more exploration. We've got a lot of new stuff to see. And then we've got many things we have to dig deeper into. We've got a bunch of checks I want to retry. I'm excited to keep going. But that will be saved for the next episode. So once again, thanks to everybody who's following the playthrough. This has been going really well. I've really been enjoying it. Clearly you guys have as well, so I appreciate that. And if you are enjoying it, I'd appreciate a like on the video. You can subscribe to the channel, right? Keep up with the uploads, all that good stuff. And so with that, I hope you guys are all having a good day today, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.